Oh, how are you, Mr. Muhammad Yasin?
Fine, thank you, Mayukani. Thank you very much.
Oh, it's a great pleasure for me having you with me as you are an expert in international trade setting. So there are so many queries, there are so many things which we want to learn from you. So I would like to request to you that first of all we need to wait for a while to come and then we would professionally start our session. So this is a great opportunity for all of us having you with us, and our session is about international trade, and we would also discuss main points about our Pakistani trade. But here the problem which we Pakistani most of the time face is that we do not have enough resources in form of capital. So we lack in form of capital. So that is the biggest challenge, that is the biggest problem which we are facing in our life, in especially in Pakistan. So we would try to take help from you and how we can get rid of this problem. Is there any opportunity, or we have got some opportunities in Pakistan through which we would be able to manage our resources, through which we would be able to get rid of financial constraints, and we would be able to launch our business? And what are the things which we require? What are the skills which we need to develop first? And what are the specific items which are available on the basis of which we can not only promote our businesses, but we can also generate a huge amount of income? So we would cover up all these questions. So without wasting our time, I would like to formally invite you to come to the discussion, and I would not throw too much highlight about your personality. Rather, I would request to you that you would introduce yourself so that our audience may come to know about your profession, about your expertise, about your experience, which you have been taking since years. So I would like to request to you, please formally introduce yourself, and then we would move towards our proper questions. Yes, Muhammad Yasin.
Okay, thank you very much, Mayukani, and lovely to be a guest on international trade. First of all, as you very rightly said, the theme of this brief discussion will be international opportunities in international trade, but for the people who lack investment, who don't have sufficient resources, who lack financial standing. So for those people, especially, what are the opportunities? But when we talk about international trade, people think that it is a game of people who have resources, who have abundance in terms of finance. But that is not exactly true. Partly, yes, it is true that it is reality that we also need capital, but there are ways through which you can provide technical support, for example, and this concept is not novel. This is not new. This is centuries old. uh, Arabs used to do this, and then before Arabs as well. So people utilize this, and this is, as I said, is not novel concept. We have to use the people, and we have to bridge the gaps. That is exactly the crux of this whole theme that we are going to discuss. So, what could be the opportunities for the people? And about my introduction, as you said, uh, most of the people are already know who are on this channel already, who subscribe this channel. And for those people who don't know about me, I'm, as you said, Mohammad Yasin, and I'm working here in one of the foreign mission here in Islamabad, Pakistan, a foreign embassy as a commercial counsel. I provide different counseling on commercial matters. Commercial matters means providing support on import and export of the people. So, by virtue of this job, I come to know different things. I eventually develop a model, business model for the people who want to enter without any investment. But literally, when I means without any investment, it means really without any investment. Obviously, you need some nominal amount of money, but you the major part of it you can still avoid, and you can go ahead without huge capital. And this is I'm working here in this foreign mission since 1st January 2010. So it's almost 11 years. I have seen, I have come across from the ordinary shopkeepers to the top-notch business people of Pakistan, business community of Pakistan and the respective countries to whom I serve. And by virtue, as I said, by experience and learning and a different interaction, I come to know that there are huge opportunities, especially for the youngsters and especially for the people who are educated. They can do a lot of things in international trade, especially in this kind of pandemic era where we are living. We are actually the whole world is striving, struggling. But inshallah, sooner or later, we'll come out of this phenomena, and then the economy will comes leaps and bounds. So this will happen very soon. So in this process, we have to upgrade ourselves. We have to sharpen our saw. That we are doing. So whether we are a teacher, whether we are a student or entrepreneur, we have to upgrade our capacity. Okay. So this is my humble introduction, and inshallah, with the discussion, we'll move on and further explain to our audience what are the opportunities and possibilities in this trade.
It's a good sign that if we do not have resources, we can manage our trade, we can manage the businesses which are available in the current scenario as well. As we have seen that,
Yes.
yes, Mr. Yasin has mentioned that a lot of challenges are being faced by the even countries who are well known in their trades. But still, we are hopeful and we would come to know that. First of all, we would talk about the global trade because we are talking about the international trade and we have to link our national trade with international trade. So let's brief about global trade, how we can understand the global trade, how we can understand the dynamics of global trade. So I would like to request to you that just tell us briefly to understand what are the parameters and dynamics of global trade.
Thank you very much. Very important question, very basic question for the people who want to enter in this field, especially for those people. As a journal, it's very important for as information as well. Global trade nowadays is before pandemic, uh, 38 trillion dollars. 38 trillion dollar mean 38,000 billion dollar. The overall global trade. And this global trade over the last centuries has shown phenomenal growth, astounding growth, you can say. Because in 1900, just more than 100 years ago, in 1900, it was only $20 billion. $20 billion. From $20 billion, it has reached 2020 $38 trillion, dollar, 38,000 billion dollar. So from $20 billion to 38,000 billion dollar. So you can see the exponential growth in this trade. All of this are due to the different reason. One of the prime reason is global connectivity to technology. Thanks to the technology, that world has really now become a global village, we can say. And because of this technology, the people have mingled up, and so that the international trade. We have huge opportunities now through internet and mobile technologies. People are doing their businesses, especially in this again in this COVID-19 fiasco period, when we are putting a huge emphasis on social distancing. Now even it's become even more important. So this is about the context of and the growth of global trade. Now, overall global trade, as I said, 38,000 billion dollars. In this global trade, the major players are China, USA, and Germany, and other European countries. China dominate the global trade nowadays with about 4.5 billion dollar share, which accounts about 16% of, sorry, uh, 14 to 15% of overall trade. So this is the he's the sorry, China is the she's the major player in the international trade, and then USA obviously. And if we talk about Pakistan, I'll come to later part of this discussion, but this is about global trade. And still, after the pandemic, we are hopeful, inshallah, the things will rebound because this is a natural process. When there is a recession, it, it means that the boom is about to come. So we are expecting that in April, May, the economies will emerge, inshallah, in a much better way.
It means that we need to be hopeful because, as you have told, the global scenario where we can also find different opportunities to go ahead with a positive mindset and with different skill sets. So, when we have come to know about international trade, when we have come to know the the you can say that the impact of the global trade, which would really impact our national trade as well. So, what would you say about our national trade, about the opportunities in the national trade, and will it grow in future, or will it face problems due to COVID-19 in the future?
Well, I think, Mayukani, you are talking about Pakistani trade, Pakistani international trade, right?
Pakistani.
So
Yes,
international
volume.
trade, Pakistan international trade, yeah, unfortunately, is Pakistan share is quite low. In fact, if in numbers, it's about 70 billion, around 70 billion dollar of trade. In 38,000 billion dollars, by Pakistan only contribute about 70 billion dollars, which is nothing. In fact, 0.02%, 0.2%, in fact. So 0.2% is virtually nothing. And the smaller countries like Bangladesh and Sri Lanka and the other neighboring countries are contributing, in fact, double than Pakistan. And if we assume that the government's policies support exporters of Pakistan, when we talk about specifically exports of Pakistan, then we are hopeful that inshallah Pakistan economy will revive. And but there is a huge need from all the stakeholders, not only from government but the private sector and the associations as well, to make a strategy to revive the exports, because the exports are really lifeline of economy. It not only create jobs but also for important for foreign reserves of the country. And unfortunately, Pakistan exports are just only moving around 23 billion dollar to 24 billion dollars. So in 70 billion dollar, we are only exporting 24 billion dollars, you can say, and rest of the things are import, which is about 46 billion dollars. A major import is our oil. So we import huge in term of oil. We are oil dependent. So this is a separate question, and this is a separate issue. How to export, how to boost export, and what are the government policies, or what are the policy matters. But in this session specifically, we will not focus on this. I guess we will rather discover what could be the opportunities for our youngsters and the people who are looking especially for international trade. So although there could be a lot of things that we can discuss about policy matters and the government things, but I keep self restricted towards this only the number figure number matters.
Yes, Mr. Yasin, you are absolutely right. And you have rightly said that the debate is huge and we cannot accommodate all these policy matters only in one go. And this is not the objective of this session. Actually, we want to provide or we want to give some information to our new people, to youngsters who want to pursue their careers, but they do not have any idea, they do not have the specific knowledge which they can take with them whenever they are going to carry on any other business. So as you have told that in Pakistan the contribution is less, it is not so much, and we are dependent upon the import, but still you're talking about there are some opportunities, so it's a great sign for all of us, and we are hopeful from the people like you who are just telling us that we can also get so many things in this current scenario. So would you like to highlight some of the opportunities which we can, or which our youngsters, our male, our female, our entrepreneurs can avail right now? Would you like to let us know about those opportunities?
Well, this, as you earlier said in your question, that this session we focus on specific opportunities in international trade. So we will not discuss here the opportunities, entrepreneurship opportunities in national level. On national level, there are plenty of businesses that we can still discover in when we talk about national at national level. But here we will focus ourselves in internationally, how we can chip in uh, and provide our support, whatever we have, and contribute in terms of building export or import, as a matter of fact. So here we come, we'll discuss the business model. Actually, the whole thing that I propagate is revolve around this thing. You have to work as if you don't have resources. For example, if you have resources, obviously then you don't have any problem. You can set up a manufacturing plant, for example, a socks manufacturing plant, and then you export socks or locally sell the socks, for example. But if you don't have money to indulge yourself in the business, then what are the ways? One of the way is that you can work as a trade agent. As I said, this model is not new. This is centuries old model, and you can provide your intellectual services. How can you provide intellectual services? You have to mediate between a manufacturer, uh, for example, Pakistani manufacturer, who could produce a lot of socks and who don't know the market, or he know the market, but he want to indulge himself or herself in different markets. Here you can chip in. There could be another reason as well. For example, he or she is locally manufacturing and locally distributing, and then you can go to him and offer your services. Look, there are opportunities outside as well. So there are three things that you can do. Go to the manufacturer who is already working and who is already exporting to a certain country. One, and you say, okay, you are exporting to, for example, USA, but here is another market. You chip in. Secondly, he is blank. he is selling nationally. You go to him or her and ask him and convey to him, look, there are huge opportunities in the international of your product. Let's join hand, and here you can chip in. And the third scenario is that the person lacks intellectual capability to export. He or she want to export, but don't know the mechanism, and you can chip in. So there are three possibilities, and people are working in this scenario globally. The people are working. China, we have plenty of example. Pakistan also, people are working on this business. I have a number of people. I know number of people who are very successful, mashallah, on this model. And this is the trade model, that business model that I'm presenting. So here, obviously, you can understand what kind of investment you need. Just you need to set up a liaison kind of office. And liaison office, when we'll discuss this in further discussion, but this is about the business model. So you have to mediate, and vice versa. You can also work. For example, for foreign exporter who want to export to Pakistan certain products, and local buyer want to buy the product. Here you can also mediate, you can also chip in, and you can find the ways and means. But in this discussion, I think it's better that we'll focus on export only, export oriented model. All right. So this is about a brief of this model.
Okay, you have rightly said that we have the existing business model through which we would be able to start our business.
I think I lost your voice.
No, may I ask the next question
Okay.
if you have completed your thought?
Yes, yes. Yes, I have summarized it, the business model. Again, if you have any ambiguity, then you can ask.
No,
Otherwise, I have summarized it. Okay. So this
you
is
have
about a brief
masterfully
of this
told
model.
us.
Okay. So I think
When
we'll
you
move forward
are
towards the.
yeah, when you are going to make the other people understand, how is it possible they would not understand? You are very much compatible with this model as you have been working since years. So my question is that when we have this business model where we do not need to spend even a single penny, you can say that to some extent. So you have this market as well, and it is absolutely right that the national manufacturers, if you help them in exporting their products, they can generate a huge amount of money, and you can also get your commission out of this practice. So my next question is that the trade is available, exporters are, the people who are going to buy, they are available, the people who are manufacturing, they are available, and you can also mediate with both the parties. But don't you think so? The people who is going to do that particular business, he must have some skill set.
Very right,
What
very
do you
logical question, and I appreciate that you asked this question. This before coming to this question, very important, very logical question. I must, I have to disclose this to the audience and you as well, that there's a natural question that why we need the mediation. When people know through internet that they can reach to the importer and they can reach to exporter. For example, I want to import from let's say Canada. So I go to the Google and find different kind of suppliers there, and I can place order directly. So why I'll need to pay extra money in terms of commission to the agent and work through him or her? So this is a natural question. Anybody can ask this. uh, Why they need us? If we are working as a trade agent, what is the legitimacy of our business? Look, for those who don't know, most of the people are many might know, but for those who don't know about or don't have clarity, look in the real estate business. You can find real estate agents sitting in every market. For example, in Pakistani market, if we talk about, you can find in every commercial market there is one or two offices at least in every market. So, and there are tens of shops, offices. Why they are sitting there? When we can buy a plot directly, when we can buy a rented property directly from the tenant, why they are sitting? Again, another example, headhunting companies, headhunting firms. Most of the organization hire headhunting firms to find the ideal candidate for them. When they can advertise in any newspaper and they can find thousands of potential job seekers, so why they need to pay them? I have gone through this process. I have in one of my job I was scrutinized by the headhunting company. So the thing is, they pay because of their expertise, because of the avoid hazel to pick and choose, and also um, in a certain way they develop more expertise in a particular field. So it's a kind of outsourcing concept, as well as it saves cost and precious time of the company. So instead of worrying different things of the local market, people opt you to provide a better professional services. Simply, I give an example of real estate agent as an headhunting machine. Sorry, companies, and there could be number of examples. So mediation also always save your time and also save you from the different hazels. So this is a very logical question, why they need us. Now, you have said about the scope, I guess. Ask about the scope of this, if I could recall your question,
I was saying that when
isn't
the
it?
business model is, I'm saying that when the business model is available, when we have export, when we have the people who would buy the product, and we have the people who are manufacturing the products. So it means that we have come to know about the three things. And then we need to collaborate with both the parties. So,
Okay,
what are the things which
okay.
we
So
lack in our personality?
thank, like, all right.
Okay.
So you're talking about the technical expertise, right?
Yes, technical expertise,
Technical
skill set.
expertise, or what kind of resources, skill set you need. Well,
Yes.
I will tell you that you don't need, first of all, uh, forget about qualifications. For example, when I talk about qualification, people are very highly qualified and they are doing middle level jobs. But I'll say this, if you are, for example, a literal person who can easily read and write and understand things, you can easily indulge yourself in this business. There is no technical education required whatsoever. For example, if you're simply a graduate, a simple graduate, you can start this international trade. And with the passage of time, you will learn in much better way than a person who is, for example, had a diploma in international trade or had the qualification in international trade. Because people share this thing with me as well, that it's unfortunate that educated people, qualified people, don't involve themselves into international trade, and most of them are, For example, family-owned business, have family-owned business, or some people who have some resources, they jumped into this. Otherwise, there are very few people who take initiative and start from the scratch. Now, you're talking about the skill set. For skill set, you need to have uh, the mind who is very sharp in uh, intelligence. I use the word, for example, three W's. Three W's mean who is selling to what to whom, who is selling what to whom. For example, Pakistan is selling surgical instrument to Germany. So who? Pakistan. What? Surgical items. Home? Germany. And China is selling footballs to, for example, a European market. So who is selling what to whom? This is kind of an example that you need to find out. You need to dig out. You need to find the trade flows between different countries. What are the potential in different markets? In potential means what products they need and what product. For example, you're sitting in Pakistan, so they have to see the local market. We are only focusing on export model here. So you have to see what Pakistan is producing, what is the potential to produce, and what are the demands in foreign countries, what are the potential trade potential in different countries. So you have this kind of approach. You need a kind of a market intelligence, and then there is a process. There are process. For example, you will explore this further. What are the process from where to start? But uh, up to your question, so intelligence, he or she need to have this intelligence, market intelligence kind of a mind, and obviously there are different set of skills. For example, he or she needs to have a very good communication skills as well. Communication skills, we all know, is not only talking all the time. People have to be a good listener as well, because in this international trade we have to listen a lot. We have to listen to the queries of the people. We have to take their grievances, their complaints. So we have to interpret them with open hearts, and then we have to accordingly respond to them in an effective way. So communication skills um, they need to have a good intelligence, market intelligence mindset, and they have to be a good negotiator as well. And rest of the things they can learn from their experience. We all know when you have questions, you will find the answers. So if you have this kind of a passion in yourself for international trade, then you will find and discover the answers as well.
You have said that intelligence is required out there, but learning is a continuous process. When you are working with the people who are manufacturing, and when you are working with the people who want to have those particular products, you will learn by the process. So you are absolutely right, and it's a continuous process. So as you have told the different things which are really beneficial for international trade, so
I think, Mayu, I lost your voice.
okay, may I repeat my question?
Come again, please. Repeat your question.
Okay,
Yes, sure, please.
I'm saying that you have told us the complete picture of international trade, how we can help manufacturers as well as our buyers who are international, who are sitting in the international market. And you have also told us about the skill set which we need to have with us in order to go ahead with this business. My next question, which is really, really important for all of us, is that when you are doing this business, so first of all, you need to have complete knowledge about the products, about the item, about the goods which are being manufactured by the Pakistani businessmen, and their need is available in the international market. So, would you like to let us know the different products, items, goods through which we can start off our business? So, it would become easier for us to think about the product and we can take initiatives.
Okay, very, very good question, in fact. And before coming to this specifically, what are the products? I will quote, I will also give examples of the product. But first of all, the product selection is very important. First thing is in the international trade, when you're, for example, going to export market, you need to select a product. And what product you will need? Obviously, you have to find first of all the potential market. You need a product which has a potential in the foreign markets. Then you have to work on the product. As you said, product knowledge is extremely important. From, for example, it is being manufactured. So from the start, scratch to the finished good, you need to understand every process. You need to understand the qualities and variation and everything. So for that, you need to go and visit the premises where it is being manufactured, and you need to have a first-hand knowledge of this product. This is a key thing. Then obviously you have to analyze, as I said, the market intelligence. You need to have this analytical skills as well to analyze the potential and different things. And then again, you said specific examples of the product. There are a lot of products that are being exported. For example, we are focusing only on export from Pakistan. For example, product like home textile, there are huge things. For example, in home textile, the curtains, bed sheets, towels, and the garments. There are huge varieties of garments with synthetic fiber as well. And then um, salt product, salt, different product of salt and salt lamps as well. And there are fruits as well, poultry, meat as well, handicrafts, and especially the badges as well, which are being exported. The badges, rightly, it is being exported from Pakistan, from Sialkot region. And there are plenty of other product as well, niche product as well. And I just forgot about medical instrument. Who can forget the medical instrument along with the soccer balls? The sports items, there are huge sports item being exported from Pakistan. So there are plenty of things. One can do a research. I will also indicate one of the trade tool that they can use to explore market intelligence. In fact, it is very handy tool for the researchers especially, and for the exporters especially, and researchers as well. People who are researching on different trade reports, for example. I use it daily, for example, this tool. So I'll also share this very important tool, which is available free of cost for Pakistanis. And okay, so these are the products, Humayun, just for a reference, but there are hundreds of products which are being exported
So,
from Pakistan.
okay, you have rightly said that we have plenty of products which we can use. So in Pakistan, most of the problem is with the right information, with the right direction. So is there any institution, is there any department through which the youngsters who want to pursue this profession, they can take guidance?
Yes, thank you very much. This is a good question. Uh, there are plenty of institutions available. For example, Trade Development of Authority of Pakistan, which is a prime institute to promote trade of Pakistan. This is available. This is a great wing, one of the biggest wing of Commerce Ministry of Pakistan. You can take help from this wing as well, and then also you can utilize the foreign mission of Pakistan. Foreign mission of Pakistan means foreign embassies outside the countries uh, where Pakistan has a formal embassy. You can utilize this the commercial section, and ambassador of that country, Pakistani ambassador posted in those respective countries, are basically liable to provide the answers of your queries. So even if you are a shopkeeper, ordinary startup person, a layman person, you need, for example, a contact list of the contact of buyers in, for example, Nepal, or for example in Canada. You need a list of importer there. Go and visit the embassy website and send an email to the commercial section. Commercial section is basically is there to serve you, which is working in the under the uh, foreign office of Pakistan, foreign ministry of Pakistan. Under this supervision, they are posted there. So they are basically liable to provide you the information. If they are not responding to you, you can go to the ministry and ask the ministry, foreign minister there, that their for respective embassy is not responding. So they will provide you the important trade information. You can ask the other things as well. For example, what are the trade potential in this country? They will also provide you this kind of specific services to the countrymen. So these are the two ACE institutions. Along with these institutions, there are chamber of commerces, there are business associations as well. Uh, every industry has virtually every industry has its indigenous association as well, and every city of Pakistan, main city of Pakistan, has its chamber of commerce as well. They also provide the services primarily to their members who are registered member, but also in general they also provide trade services, counseling services.
Okay, it means that everything is available. The only thing which you need is to your willingness and your dedication through which you would be able to go ahead. So, as you have briefly told us about all the questions, about all the things which we have just understood. Now, my next question is how the people who are interested in all these things, they can take help from you. What's your role? You are only telling us all these things, or you can help the people or the interested people who want to go in these businesses. What's your role in this whole scenario?
Very good. Thank you very much. Actually, I've officially I'm working in, as I said, one of the foreign embassy I'm representing here in Islamabad. Officially, whatever the question are thrown to me, I will, along with my colleagues, are supposed to answer those queries, trade queries specifically. But beside that official role, if someone want to take help or take counseling, I'm also available. As you know, we are in the speaking business, we are in the training business. Not only on international trade, I'm working on different productivity improvement things and life skills as well. So if someone want to take my help, I'm voluntary available. I'm not, no, I'm not doing it for commercial reasons and commercial purpose, and because I have official role. So because of this official role, I cannot do this. I cannot indulge myself into the business. But without indulging myself into the business, for example, if you ask me, Mr. Yasin, what products I will choose first, I will give you one, two, three, four, five, six, seven product. Then you can start your research, find out the manufacturers who are manufacturing these products, go and see the, for example, make a research on the products, and then explore the foreign markets as well. And you will say to me again, Mr. Yasin, what could be the potential? I will give you the tool. This is the tool, and from this to using this tool, you can easily explore the markets. And specifically, if you need some help on the tariffs issue and other things, and then I can liaison. I can provide you the good contacts to whom you can go and meet the people and find out. They will provide you the information. So I can provide these information, no problem.
Okay, it means that as we have come to know, if the students want to learn, the teacher can appear suddenly. So it means that all the things are available. Only we
Yeah.
need to have
Wow.
commitment.
Wow.
Only we need to have willingness to do something. So we can say that you have
Very good. Very good.
briefly the whole process. You have told us from the scratch to the highest level. And you have also told us about the product. You have also told us about the business model. You have also told us about the manufacturers as well as the buyers, international buyers. And you have also explained what is our role as a mediator, how we can mediate between both the parties. So, in this way, we have learned so many new things in our today's session. So, I think the time is running out. And if you want to add anything special, you can add, then we would wind up the session. We would wrap up the session.
Very good. Very good. Just I would like, for the benefit of the user, this is very important for all of us and people who are viewing this live session. This trade, this the website is given below. If you want to make a research, if you want to want to know trade flows from any country to any country, want to explore the trade potential of any country, you want to explore the tariffs of any country, and there are plenty of things that you can do. I'm still exploring this website, and you can also explore this website for your research purposes, for your trade purposes. And I can tell you that this trade tool is not known to the people. When we talk about business people in Pakistan or marketing guys in Pakistan, they are not aware of this tool. This tool is freely available for Pakistani people. Go and utilize this tool to upgrade yourself and for your business potential, for your business endeavors. And if you still have any ambiguity understanding this business tool, because you need to invest some time to understand the things there. Um, if you don't have the basic knowledge, you can still contact. I'm available, me or any person who know this tool. The self-explanatory guide is also available on this website as well. So this is very important that I have, I've shown this for the people, for the viewers, this tool. Okay, so this is about it, and there are plenty of things that we can still share. I think the time is not enough for the whole thing which we wanted to convey. I think we need to explore it in much detailed way, business opportunities in the international trade. So if we have, inshallah, we'll plan up a few more sessions on this. to understand in detail way about what are the opportunities in international trade without any investment. So I will ask Mayukani if he has any question, or our viewers who are viewing us about international trade or opportunities in international trade who want to ask any question, they are most welcome. Otherwise, thank you very much, Mayu, for hosting this session.
Thank you very much, Mr. Yasin, as you have told us the tricks of the trade today. And we are very much thankful to you as you have given your special time. I know you are busy since long, and it's a great opportunity for all of us to learn something new. And you have really added value in our lives. And this session and the sessions like this would really help us in going ahead in our lives. We can easily go towards our better future. So with this, I'm going to thank to all of the viewers who are watching us, and especially thanks to you who has given your special expertise, your knowledge, and all the things which we require right now in this time. With this, I'm going to wrap up the session, and we will come again shortly. So take care. Signing off with Mr. Muhammad Yasin. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz. Thank you very much, everyone.